What is up, guys? Sorry, I just had to fix, ooh, as I hit my knee on the table, I had to fix my camera and everything. I just got done with the Patreon live chat, so I'm still cleaning up from it, but I wanted to do one for YouTube. I was kind of curious how doing one for YouTube might be a little different than doing one for Patreon. So let's do one for the collective. I'm very, very intrigued with it. This will just be a collective reading. It's just going to be for collective energy. It's not specific to any zodiac sign. It's for this upcoming week. We just had the new moon in Libra, so I figured it's like a really good time to do a collective energy shift reading. Hello, good evening. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. I'm curious where everybody's located. Let me know if you're in the US, if you're in Australia, if you're wherever you are. You know, let me know where you are. I love knowing that. I think that's so cool. And yeah, I'm just putting some stuff away really quick, and then we're going to get into the reading for the collective. So let's talk a little bit about the new moon. So we had the new moon yesterday. It was at 2 degrees Libra, and it's a very sobering new moon. This new moon makes people really seek a lot of mental clarity. Libra is, oh, I'm from Jersey too. Dope. And I live in North Carolina now, though, so woohoo, down south. But this Libra new moon is a very, very sober new moon. It's not lovey-dovey like typical Libra energy you would assume, because Libra is a sign of partnership. It is a very Queen of Swords Libra energy. It's very mental, and that's because Mercury it's going to go direct October 2nd back into Virgo. It's been retrograding in Libra for a while now, and so with it going direct in Virgo, it is home in Virgo. It's Virgo Gemini energy. And so Mercury is the mind, it's intellect, it's communication, it's perception. And so we're about to be heading into an energy that is very, very much so about seeking clarity. And so this upcoming week is going to be a lot of ambition and drive to get things done, but it might be driven by logic and practicality more so than the emotion. So if you find yourself like, like almost robotic, like I know this is what I need to do, I'm gonna get it done, or if you feel like I'm not really sure how I feel about this, but I think that this is the right thing to do, I'm not sure how I feel, but I think this is the right thing to do. Check in with yourself. I'm not saying that practicality is a bad thing, but if you want your head and heart to be on the same page, maybe just pause before making that decision and just double check that your head and heart are on the same page. If you'd like to, free will. Okay. But let's get into it for the collective. Let's see what's going on for everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the full moon. It was a really nice new moon. It was really nice, and actually, oh, how interesting. I haven't used this deck for the collective in a really long time. This is kind of like my Patreon deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle. If you're on Patreon with me, you know that this is like my deck. Like, I love this Oracle deck. It is by far one of my favorites. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do it. It's a very cleansing deck. I love this. If you don't have this deck and you're into reading Oracle and Tarot, I highly recommend this deck. I've had it for years. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on for you guys. I'm going to start off with the Oracle cards, just like I do on my Patreon weeklies, and I will clarify it with Tarot. I do channel in these readings. You're going to see more so what a Patreon reading's like. So if you're interested in learning more about spirituality and your spiritual path and your journey, and you want more readings like this, check out our Patreon family. Cool. Links in the description box. Woohoo! Let's get into it. Okay. Collective readings are way different. The collective is It's not like a hostile energy, but there is a lot more energy in the collective because it's a much larger group of people, right? You're reading for like the globe. Um, so it's just more active. It's a very hyperactive energy. So when you tap into it, it's like trying to stick your hand into like a tornado and pull out like, hey, what do we need to know? It's like trying to stick your hand down a swirly, you know? It's interesting. There's definitely a tug of war going on. There's definitely a tug of war energy going on. It's very, so when we're stuck in the third eye and there's tension in the third eye, that tells you that there's an energy of a lack of trust in self, or thinking that you might trust self, but really the ego, and when we say ego in spirituality, we're talking about fear, limiting beliefs, or attachment, is stuck where the intuition should be, okay? And that's why the medicine wheel is the first card. That tells me that the collective's in a stage where they're still working through the healing process, okay? And I really like that, because that means that we're in the stage of transmuting this energy and we're about to release it, because it's moving to the top of the body and it's about to be released through the crown, which is really nice. I like that. Let's continue. I heard connection is necessary, and I feel this moving from my third eye down to, when it moves through my third eye to my right side, that's the masculine, left is lady, right is masculine. If your ears are popping a lot lately, or if you have pressure behind your eyes, that's also indicative of your throat trying to open. We've been talking on Patreon a lot about Vishuddha. Vishuddha is the affirmation for the throat chakra, but it also means purity. And that's the frequency that the collective's moving into. And so we're opening up the throat chakra, which also the next chakra would be the third eye. So the higher chakras are opening because we're moving to a higher state of consciousness as a collective. And so as that happens, we start to expand. And so when we start to expand, this tells me that part of the collective is working through distorted masculine energy, and that's why it's on the right side. So if you're moving through learning how to slow down more, learning to be more compassionate with yourself, learning to get into this state of, you know what, it's okay not to hold so tightly to this. It's okay to not have so much road rage. It's okay, you know, just to be more languid. You're working through distorted masculine and it's moving out of the body. I like that a lot. Tension at the back of the neck too is also telling me that's a transmutation of energy, because that's where the spiritual gateway is. So that's also where the vagus nerve is. So if you're working or transmuting trauma or pain, the vagus nerve is also at the base of the neck, at the top of the spine. Okay. Smoky mirror 47. I like this, which breaks down to an 11, and then 11's the first master number in regards to numerology. And then we have 62 in reverse, which is an 8. So, okay, so this is definitely distorted masculine energy. 8 is my CEO energy. So if you're trying to build a business, or if you're trying to become an entrepreneur, or if you're trying to step into any kind of foundation, whether it be a relationship or just a structure of some sort, and you're hitting roadblocks with it, or you're hitting self-doubt with it. Roadblocks doesn't have to be something that you are building or creating, but if you're hitting something and it's like, ooh, backlash, it's just because you're still in the healing phase. It's like back to like, if you're like an OG on the channel with me, you know the dirty water theory, right? If you're this cup of water and it's fresh and it's clean and there's a little bit of dirt put in it, now you got dirty water. You can't drink it. It's dirty. But now you're trying to put clean water in it. It's still dirty. You got dirty water. You're trying to put clean water in it. You're trying to build something when you already got dirty water. You're trying to pour clean water into dirty water. It's just going to get dirty. Stop. Finish cleaning out your water before you pour some new water in. Fix your shit before you start building something new. Get rid of the old so you have space for the new. Okay? Purge. Finish it. Don't put more on your plate. Get rid of it. The smoky mirror I really like. This is an energy of getting rid of, I'm getting tired of the word distortion. I'm getting tired of the word. The word is too much negative connotation in the collective. It's getting rid of the things that we might have not been aware of previously, right? It's understanding like, yeah, it's a stage of self-acceptance that the collective's coming to, and I really like that. Wild woman in reverse, this is an energy of freedom. So when we step more into that feminine energy, This freedom is coming in because we're coming into a higher level of acceptance of self, and that's the higher heart, which is right below the throat chakra. It's right here by the thymus gland, okay? And it's right above the heart chakra. So it's all connected. It's the higher heart. The thymus gland is also connected with the soul purpose. So if you're starting a new endeavor that leads to your soul purpose, or something that feels very in alignment with you and you're struggling, I can feel more air coming in. And that's also Vishuddha is about the throat. It's about air. Libra, new moon. Libra is an air sign. So look into that. Look into mudras about it. The Garuda mudra, or the eagle, is really good for letting air and detoxifying the body. If you want to work with that, look into that as well. But smoky mirrors, smoke, right? Toxins in the air that block us from breathing or speaking in our truth, okay? But this is a deeper acceptance of self. I really like this. Let's continue. I love this deck. Jaguar, which is my card of the divine feminine in reverse. So we have distorted masculine and distorted feminine energy coming through, which is, I'm just not liking that word anymore. I don't think that word fits for the collective. It's just almost like, oh, here's parts of me that I just need to tweak a little bit, because I know that I could improve in some ways that resonate with me more. Distortion just has such like a negative connotation attached from it, and I think language is really shifting the collective right now, and that's an important thing, the way in which we use language. So 28 breaks down to a 10, and so this is a completion. So okay, so this is I literally feel the divide happening. Okay, so we're done with this. So this is okay, I can't say it yet. That happens sometimes. I'll explain it in a second because we're not quite done. Give me 2 seconds. We gotta get, there's like 2 or 3 that need to come out over here, and then I can say it. They apply to this. Now we're shifting. I can feel it shifting, because it's now when I feel it shifting to the middle of my face and my third eye, that's why we're shifting over here. So now we're going, this is either another energy, or we're moving into your feminine energy. Drum. Drum is the heart space. That's funny. Yeah, there's the heart, love. Okay, the beloved. And then we have the earth keeper, which is now we're grounding. So now we're moving down. So now we have the heart space, and then the earth keeper. So now we're moving into the root chakra, right? And then we have the sorcerer. Okay. So we are bridging the higher chakras with the lower chakras, right? We're bridging, we're coming into alignment, right? We're becoming a cohesive unit with ourselves. And when we come into alignment with ourselves, it allows us to walk our path. It allows us to bring in the relationships or the jobs or the endeavors that we really want. And when we start doing those things, we start to walk on our truth. We speak in our truth. We live in our truth. Okay, the beloved. There's going to be other people that show up on this. This is about the self. And because we're starting to heal the self, then we start to attract the things that really are in alignment with us. The beloved doesn't have to be people. For some of you, it will be people. Some of you, it's going to be projects and endeavors. So when we get to this section, and I clarify, mind you, the collective is a very large group of people. It's quite literally the world we're reading for, okay? But just take this as it resonates, right? Just take it as it resonates. If you want a personal reading, Reiki session, it's all down below for you. But let's get into the clarifiers, okay? I love this. I love this because I felt the going to the feminine, and I felt the descent. That was the divide, because that's the divide's happening because we're in the logical, and we need to bridge it with the heart space, because this month that's going to be the challenge. We're in a very very clear, very practical, very methodical way of moving. And when we pause and we ask ourselves, okay, what do I really feel though? And we take that step back to really consider that. That's when you start to bridge the two together. And that's when you remind yourself that regardless of what's happening astrologically, it's just an aspect. It's not the end all be all. You're in control of your energy, you're in control of your choices, your decisions, and you can choose how you work and move through the day. Okay? Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited I get to use this for the collective. This is my deck of a higher state of consciousness, the Sacred Bee Oracle. So excited I got to use this for the collective, because this tells me a lot of things. Okay, not yet. When I get not yet, it just means that there's certain things that I can't say either till the end of the reading or until the next week when I do another reading. I might just make Mondays like the live reading day for Patreon and the collective, which is pretty cool. Let me know in the comments if you want Mondays to be a weekly reading on YouTube, because I'll do that. And then like for the collective like this. I'll just do it once a month. I'll probably do it once a month because I do it weekly on Patreon, and that's the purpose of Patreon. Let's look at the medicine wheel. Yeah, Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. This is somebody coming into alignment, realizing that they have to go within to come into alignment. The Page of Cups in reverse is the card of it's a card of authenticity. Sorry, I had a channel coming in. Page of Cups in reverse. This is there's a retract, and it's like a teeter-totter. It's like retract, shut down, retract, shut down. It's like they go within. Do I want to shut down or do I want to retract? And it's a teeter-totter between the two. And this is what somebody's healing. This is what somebody's healing. Okay. This is where the bridge starts. I feel like somebody already recognizes this within themselves. They recognize that they have a tendency to, this is disassociation. That's all this is. It's okay, so if it's like somebody doesn't want me to say it. This is a lot of, it's very empathetic, it's very loving, it's very kind inside their own mind. Verbalizing it out loud is the fear. And that's where the authenticity is hidden. They know what's in alignment for them, but it's behaving in that way, showing up in that way that is new to them and scary to them. And that's why it's the page. That's why it's the student. That's why it's the risk. Actually doing that is the fear. And that's what they're trying to heal. Okay? How can I show up and be this way consistently? Always. Right? How can I do this all the time? And not fear. Not fear. Just be. That will be in alignment for them. Let's look at the smoky mirror. It's a lot of third eye energy. A lot of third eye energy. And it's moving down my neck. Let's look at this smoke. Yeah, Emperor in reverse. So this is distorted masculine. That's funny because this is right when when we called it out in the beginning of the reading. Emperor in reverse is distorted masculine energy. There's that word again. I gotta stop that. But that's that control, that it's almost like they're not trusting themselves. It comes across that way, like not trusting oneself, but really it's like, well, I do trust myself. I trust myself in some ways, but I don't trust that I'll be accepted, right? Because the Emperor is someone who wants to be seen. Oh, that's crazy. The Ankh. I saw this in the Patreon reading in my channel, and we were talking about that. That's funny. That's funny how the two work together, because Patreon is part of the normal collective as well. That's crazy. That's cool. That's cool how they're bridging. That's cool. This masculine energy is very much aware of the things that they want to heal, and I think that they logically understand it, but emotionally is where they're struggling to integrate it. So like understanding something in the mind is very different than understanding it in the heart, because understanding it and seeing it and grasping it with the mind is not working through it and feeling it and transmuting it and letting go of it and healing it. Two different things. I can understand what happened in a situation. I can understand how I felt in the situation, but am I working through the emotions and allowing myself to feel it and experience it again fully and release that emotional trauma? Or am I just thinking about it and saying, oh, I could see that. Yeah, I do feel that way, but shutting down and emotionally disassociating. There's a difference. There's a big difference. Let's look at Wild Woman. This is the freedom. This is freedom and acceptance. These two go together. Because this is where the heart space wants to open, but somebody's not letting it open. King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Ooh, interesting. And then the Devil. Oh, that hurts my heart. The King of Pentacles is the perfect partner card. The King of Pentacles is a very, King of Pentacles does not mean it's a man. It's an energy. King energy, masculine energy is just energy. Like, I'm a woman, but I can still be a king in a tarot reading. Okay? Okay. It's just energy. It's not gender. So please keep that in mind. Same with the Emperor. It's an energy. It's not gender. So this could all be you, as well as it could be you and another person. It could be both. You could be like, oh, I could see all of this in me, and I could see all of this in me and somebody I'm dealing with, or and my situation. Just be mindful of that. Or it could just be somebody you're dealing with, okay? King of Pentacles is a very reliable energy, very stable energy. It's a provider. It's someone who is grounded and safe and secure. They're very dedicated. Nine of Wands is a very wounded warrior energy. This is someone who always is working. They're typically a salesman or an entrepreneur energy. A Nine of Wands is someone who goes till they're absolutely exhausted. And that's probably why they show up as an Emperor in reverse, because a King of Pentacles is my mini Emperor energy. And so they're trying to become, sorry, that's a very not fun meditation music in the background. They're trying to become this Emperor energy, but it's just it's not healthy. It's overdone. It's too much. It's way too much. And in turn, they're becoming mentally exhausted because it's attachment. It's attachment, and it's excessive, and it's rooted in anxiety and fear and stress. So if this is somebody who's like, oh, I need to be more, I need to be better, and because their work proves their self-worth, or their money proves their self-worth, or they need to constantly prove themselves to their partner because it proves their self-worth, right? Whatever they're attached to, that they're chasing and they're constantly working at because they want to be a provider or seen as perfect or seen as this or seen as that, it's because there's an attachment there that's actually rooted in anxiety. They want to be seen as reliable, as stable, as confident as this, because it's rooted in a part of them that doesn't feel worthy in some sense, and it's rooted in a fear, an attachment, an addiction, a limiting belief, right? Whatever the devil is, because the devil is attachments, fears, limiting beliefs, addiction. It is all of those things, okay? So take it as it resonates. Let's look at the distorted feminine now. I heard challenge accepted. Hangman. This is totally different. That's why there's a shift. This is totally different. I feel like this is a different person. This doesn't feel the same at all. It feels totally different. It feels totally different. And when I start to get itchy like this, it tells me like there's been it's like a really drastic shift, because my ears immediately just got like really itchy. The Hangman, I feel like this is somebody who's just like, I feel like they're just, I feel like they're just off. They're just doing, like, the Hangman is like in limbo. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna hang here and do absolutely nothing. There's in their own world. Literally, this feels like a feminine energy who's just in their own world. I'm in my own bubble. I'm doing my own thing. That's quite literally what this feels like. The Hangman is the dark night of the soul, but it's also someone who's choosing to stay isolated, choosing to stay in their own world. It's a really interesting energy. I actually really like it. I want to get another on the Jaguar. Let's see what's going on here. It feels very Nine of Cups. You have the Five of Pentacles on it. They might have ghosted. Yeah, King of Cups. They might have ghosted this energy. Five of Pentacles with the King of Cups in reverse. They might have abandoned or ghosted the masculine energy. If this is somebody you're dealing with, or if this is you, the King of Cups is in reverse. They're emotionally detached from the masculine energy. The Five of Pentacles in this particular deck is called the card of worry. They might have their own fears or beliefs or lack mentality around this masculine energy that they are detaching from. And with the Hangman here, the Hangman is the dark night of the soul, right? It is a time of healing. It is a time of rejuvenation. It is a time of like going within the shadows, within the ego, within the hurt, the pain, and coming back out resurrected. Okay? So both people are going into the medicine wheel in their own form. Very different energy though. Like one's very like aware mentally, and then one feels like woo spiritual rabbit hole. Hangman feels very spiritual rabbit hole. This feels very logical. This feels very logical. Very Libra, very logical. Okay, let's look at the divide now. Oh, we're switching tarot decks. Bottom of the deck is Justice in reverse. Yeah, Libra. Yeah, something's just it's not time to be repaired. I don't know if it will be repaired, but it's not time to be repaired if something's trying to be repaired here. No. It's not in balance, and it's not in balance. We're gonna leave it at that. I don't feel right. Let's clarify this part now. It's very interesting. This feels like it needs a different tarot deck because it's a completely shifted energy. I feel like this is going to be down the road. I know I said this is for the week, but this feels more, this reminds me of a Leo reading. It feels like a monthly reading. I want to do a different, I kind of want to do lights. No, I don't want to do light seers. I don't want to do that one either. Yeah, I want to do more. This is my Libra deck. That makes sense. Marchetti Tarot. I was like, why do I want to use this deck? It's Marchetti Tarot. Hold on. My hair is getting in my face. It's going all over the place. That's what I get for curling my hair. You know what I'm saying? It starts tickling me. Let's look at... it's sticking to things. Just want to be... I don't want to shave my head. That'd be a lie. I'm not going to say that. I don't. Let's look at the drum. I heard sacrifice. I feel a conversation with this. I do. I do feel a conversation. I heard cautious direction. I just felt a lot of air go right down to my belly. That tells me that there's... Okay, so this is... the belly's the solar plexus and the sacral. So this tells me that there is going to be cleansing or clearing. So this conversation might just be tying up loose ends, or it could be a healing. So who knows? But it does feel beneficial. It just feels like... Yeah, King of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups upright, and Judgment in reverse. Interesting. Yeah, so there they are, because we have the King of Cups in reverse over here, and there's the Queen of Cups. So we have the true pair. Okay. Resurrection. I don't know if I said that. I really don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember my channels because I can't remember if I said that in this reading or if I said that in the Patreon reading. I can't remember if I said that tonight or if I heard that in my meditation this morning. Because when I start channeling, it's like, whoa, what is time? I'm just gonna be honest with you. But this feels like the resurrection. I feel like it's a contemplation of it, if it's the right thing to do. This is the conversation. Sorry, I thought I heard something. There's a coldness to this. It's coldness isn't, there's an uneasiness, I should say. It's almost like, I feel like there's second guessing. It's not, I'm just gonna be honest with Judgment in reverse. Judgment is like, the universe is like, hey, poor decision. And it's imbalanced. It's imbalanced. Let's look at the Beloved, bottom of the deck. Yeah, Knight of Wands in reverse. Let's look at the Beloved. There's something very imbalanced about this. You had Justice in reverse on the bottom of the other deck, and now you have Judgment in reverse. Seven of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles upright. Yeah, both of these pairs are one's upright, one's reverse, Justice in reverse and Judgment's in reverse. There's a lot of imbalances in this dynamic. There's a lot of imbalances. And I think the feminine's realizing that there is a mirror in this energy. There is a mirror in this dynamic where one is emotionally available, the other's emotionally closed off. Where one is grounded, the other is ungrounded. And that is the sobering that is happening here. And it's kind of like, yeah, at times I could pick you up where you're down, but I can't do it all the time. I cannot do it all the time. And it's like there's a difference between holding space and holding you up, right? The beloved. Let's get another on this. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone who doesn't feel safe or secure. Yeah, Three of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. Oh, this is sad. Three of Cups in reverse is an energy of letting soul tribe, friends, family, or close relationships go. And with the Two of Cups in reverse, it's realizing it's not in alignment. It's not balanced. It's not congruent. It's not congruent. It's not in alignment. Because what we were seeking was the Two of Cups to begin with. And now we're going into the beloved and we're realizing, oh, it's not a Two of Cups. It's not a Two of Cups. It's not in alignment with me. As much as I crave it, right? As much as I wanted it, we had the devil over here, but it was in the deck, right? They're realizing by letting this go, by clearing out the dirty water, not saying that the situation or the person is dirty or you are dirty, but by pouring out what no longer is in alignment with you, judgment, you're making space for a new beginning, okay? And that's okay because you're learning from this experience. You're going into deep healing that had to happen, as is this person. Both people had to heal. Both people had to go and heal the throat, the third eye, the crown, see parts of themselves that had to be addressed. And that's a beautiful gift that they gave each other. That's a great thing. That's not something to be like, oh my God, no. No, that's a beautiful thing. That's a great thing. And every experience is something to walk away with something grateful from. Let's look at the Earth Keeper. This is a coming home to self. Yeah, Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and we end with the Page of Cups in reverse. So yeah, ooh, wow, we ended how we started. Yeah, bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords in reverse. There's a lot of pain here. There's a lot of pain that is still being healed here. Ten of Swords and the Four of Swords is a Six of Swords in reverse. Some people are still struggling to move forward here. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of heartache. And I think it's on both sides because we went into this new energy with both people. And even though the feminine's heart is open and the masculine is a little shut down, the feminine is not wanting to talk though, and is still not wanting to express how they feel, right? And there is, on both of them, there's this Nine of Wands, this very exhausted energy. But the feminine energy is very like, I can't keep going, right? I can't do it anymore. And that's why this contract is done. Because they're looking back with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. That's my energy of like reviewing the foundation or reviewing the offer and seeing like this person or the masculine energy is, just to be blunt, like a King of Wands to me is a really like charming salesman. They're really sexy, they're really seductive, and they could really sell it to you. But a page, it's kind of like, you can't believe them. They're going to tell you, oh yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that and it'd be great, but it doesn't really follow through. It's really sexy and it sounds nice, but it doesn't actually happen. And that's why the universe, the Hierophant, the High Priest, the contract, the soul contract is complete. Because this was the purpose of it. For both people to meet, to go through the experience, to learn, to heal, to go into this space of, ooh, I logically understand myself on a new level. Ooh, I spiritually understand myself on a new level. Because that's what their soul signed up for. And that's beautiful in and of itself. Right? And now they're going through the end of the cycle. It wasn't time for them to start new projects yet, right? They're in the medicine wheel. And that's why we ended with the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. They're not done yet. They're still healing. Perfect. Congruent. It's in alignment with what is meant for them. Let's look at the Sorcerer on the bottom of the deck. This is kind of like the Magician who hasn't yet realized what they're actually capable of. Yeah, Six of Cups in reverse. Because they're tied to the past. They're still hanging on. Both people are still hanging on. They might not say that they're hanging on, and hanging on doesn't mean like you want it. Hanging on could be that you're still transmuting, you're still healing, you're still working through parts of you that are mourning it or releasing it, okay? But part of you is still pouring out dirty water. Your water's not sifted all the way through, okay? You're still getting out a little bit of dirt, and that's okay. Yeah, 10 of Cups in reverse. There's a lot of love. There was a lot of hurt. A lot of love, a lot of hurt. 10 of Cups and 10 of Swords. That is a lot of love and a lot of hurt. And it was very disempowering with the Sorcerer there. Because this is somebody, a Sorcerer is a magician, right? Someone who might have felt really, really powerful at one point, doesn't feel it anymore, and now is having to find their personal power again. With the Serpent, underneath that, it's about the shedding of the old, right? The shedding of the skin. And underneath that is soul retrieval. They're finding who they're meant to be again. They're coming back into their true selves. And that's really great. That's beautiful. But that's why they had to go through this experience together, regardless of what the experience was, whether pleasant or unpleasant. 8 of Cups in reverse and the Hangman. Okay, there is going to be new perspectives here. Both people with the 8 of Cups in reverse might revisit it. 8 of Cups in reverse is my card of the U-turn card, but it also shows me that both people might not be fully ready to walk away, and they need to. Okay, let's pull some romance angels on this. I really don't want to be honest with you. I don't want to, because I feel like we're in a place of attachment, and I don't think that's going to be healthy. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm that reader that's just, I'm going to do what's of your highest good. I don't think pulling romance angels is a healthy thing to do, because I think people are like, oh, but romance angels said this, and maybe and it's not a personal reading. So we're just not going to do it. It's not going to create healthy attachment styles for people who are still healing and who might be a little too addicted to tarot for their personal healing. I'm just going to be that person that has your best interest at heart. Okay? But I will pull from the Shaman's Dream Oracle to get what you most need to know for your healing, for this relationship, for the situation, what the universe most wants for you. Okay? For the collective, please, in regards to the spread. Cosmic Womb. How fitting. An opportunity. Yeah, I'll read them both. And then Mindful Groupthink, which is quite literally about your mind being full. And groupthink, about taking on collective energy, or like being one, like bandwagon thoughts, needing to detach at times. Okay, so let's look at 4 and 6. I do read these from the book just because I like to. No particular reason why I don't channel it. It's kind of a way I bring myself back down, honestly, at the end of a reading. Here, I'll hold it a little closer because I know the color's a little, because of my ring light. Sorry. Okay, that's as good as we're going to get, I guess. Oh, that's better. Caterpillar, transformation, opportunity, independence from conditioned responses. The energy of Caterpillar appears, heralding a time of transformation and opportunity. Here you're being asked to revise your dreams. If it looks and smells familiar, step away from it for the time being. The new cannot emerge from the old, and the youthful and vital cannot emerge from the aged and sickly. Experiment and surprise yourself with what arises for you in this moment. Caterpillar is an invitation to test out a new strategy to get a different, better result. Remember that the definition of lunacy is continuing with the same thinking and behavior and hoping for a different outcome. It's time to break away from habitual responses. To surprise yourself and startle others, eliciting a smile or frown or look of awe from those around you. Do not wait for an invitation from life to practice a bit of outrageousness or for permission to do the unexpected. Any other response right now will lead to more of the same and no real change. Sometimes the most original response is no response whatsoever. Stand stock still, staring steadily into the eyes of the players in your drama, avoiding engagement until the moment is right. Caterpillar invites you to witness the story unfolding, knowing that deciding on the timing of your action is as essential as finding the best move to make. And when you do act, let there be no doubt in anyone's mind of your determination and the power you unleash. I love that one. It's very fitting. It's very fitting. Cosmic Womb. Creativity, the divine feminine. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful cosmic womb process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love, and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate, and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen with heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. I'm sorry. That card's a little harder to see. It's literally just like a crystal heart on the card. I don't know if that helps. No, it doesn't really do anything. I tried. I did try. But my dears, that's what I have for you. And I hope you enjoyed it. That's what I got for you. And that was your reading. And I had fun doing it. And I'm going to be doing the weekly readings for y'all tomorrow. Today was a little crazy day. But yeah, tomorrow's going to be great. And it's going to be great for you. It's going to be great for us. It's going to be great for everybody. And I love you and I wish you the best. And I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, book it down below through my website and description box. And leave a comment where you're tuning in from. And let me know what you're going through. You know, like let me know about retrograde. Let me know what's going on in your life. You know, I like hearing from you guys. And I do comment back. I do write back in the comments. I like getting to know you. And check out Patreon. If you want help in your spiritual journey, you want more readings like this, check out our Patreon family. I'd love to have you there. And other than that, I'll see you next time.